go. Flick that across. Perfect. G'day Jake, first person into the stream. Welcome. Good to have you. You have to excuse me, I've been staring at this light for a little while. Seeming a little bit blind. Right. Fun thing about today, because I love something fun. Kazua. Hey, how you doing? It's 10 o'clock here in New Zealand. Hey Ashley, saw your name pop up. It's 10 o'clock here at New Zealand, and I'm starting this canvas. Wildcard, this is another commission, and we're starting it from, well, obviously from scratch. Hey Brody, that's not a Brody Barrow Fraser, is it? That can't be. Could be. Heidi, thank you for the follow, appreciate you. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit more on this one. There we go. Perfect. Laptop's plugged in so it won't die. Morning Seb, the pinks are dreamy. You wait till we paint the thing, it's going to blow your mind. I'm not related to Patrick Gower. Not one little bit. El Paso, Texas. Welcome Lulu. What a pleasure to have you here. All I know about El Paso, Texas is that sound, that song about some fella riding through El Paso, Texas. There's probably a lot of songs. I know one of them. Don't know the name of it. It's good though. It's good. He had great things to say about El Paso. Nice colour to start. It is Desert Rose. Great name by the way. This is our base coat. So it's a bunch of gesso and a bunch of paint. Now this is a brand new canvas. It's been stretched, hand stretched and things. I mean, well, all canvases are, but this has been hand stretched locally. You can tell a good canvas. How? Because it sounds like a drum. That was a clap. It won't sound like that. It's going to sound like this. It's, well, let me just hold it so it doesn't bounce back. If it doesn't have that boing noise, hear it how it reverberates there a little bit. Maybe you can hear that, maybe you can't. That's the noise you're after. It needs to reverberate a little bit. The canvas needs to be tight. If it's not tight, what happens? Nothing much, you can get away with it, but it's nice to work on a tight canvas because after you finish and you tighten the canvas, or if you need to tighten it because it gets too floppy, your paint might be used to a loose canvas, so when you tighten it, it may affect it. So, tight canvas is a good canvas. If you don't know how to get a tight canvas, or tight canvases are too expensive, that's all good. I'm going to show you your solution. The most dreamy solution in the whole world. This is a hardboard sheet. Hardboard sheets will never let you down. Professionals use them, so you can use them. They are flat to start with, one gesso coat, and it's good to go. And you know what? This never gets tight or loose. This is always good old reliable. So, this is your go-to. Good morning from Ireland. Welcome, Johnny. Welcome to the stream. Am I cracking you twice in one day? Yes, you are, Claire, and I'm so glad you're here. This music's more funky than I thought it would be, guys. I'll be honest with you, I want to chill. Hey buddy, how's it going? JD, good to see you here. Let me just, we're going to try something really new and fresh, guys. It's royalty-free music. So just a little something in the background to give a jump in my step. Blessings, thank you Moana, appreciate you. And do you have a tan from the beach? No, I've just got sunburn. I do tan, but that was hot out there today, guys. I well overdid it. I was having fun. I stayed for way too long, and yeah, the back of my neck looks like a tomato. We live and we learn. Can you paint a fun, colourful vision of Wednesday Addams? That's a fun idea. Now, I would love to do that, but I can't. And you'll be like, why can't you? Because I'm too backed up coming up to Christmas. Oh heck, we might be able to fit her in. I'll tell you what, we'll fit her in, but not tonight. But I have got some commissions and things that need doing before Christmas hits. And if they don't get done, people aren't going to get Christmas presents. So this isn't one thing where I can just keep saying 2 weeks later, 2 weeks later. Christmas is Christmas. I need to nail this. MJCD, welcome. Lovely to have you back here. You are best. And Ricky, good to see you. Saw your video on Portchester Beach. Good fun. Good fun. I'm surprised no one came down to visit. Yeah, we had some walkers, but yeah. When people were asking where I was in Auckland, I thought maybe we might get a stream visitor. You're welcome to do so too, guys. You can come on and sit and say hi, wave to all the other fans, and you know, do your thing. Don't take up too much time, but that'd be pretty fun. Now, this place here, right. Sorry, team. Let me just bring this up here. I'll try and show the laptop here, guys. Bring it around here, see if you can see it. Right. Oh, excuse the ring light there. So we're doing 3 kids on a beach. Beaches are great. Why beaches great? Because the colours shift in slow gradients. That's good for us. Why is that good? Because we can have fun with all sorts of colours and hues and really go nuts. We've got a lot of background. A lot of background means that we get a lot of fun. A lot of colours, a lot of textures. Yeah. So this is a texture layer. We're just chucking it on and getting it going. A bit. Number 1 viewer, good for you. And thanks for the football. You'd stop giving me footballs if you saw me kick one. It's not great. Why do you use a small brush to prep your canvas? I do not. This is my brush. It's a big brush. Now normally I go for a asymmetrical brush. This is symmetrical with a tip. Do I like it? I don't. But you should always leave your comfort zone every now and again. And today, it was me using this weird shaped brush. So, here we are. MDM, welcome. Cheers, Dan. I'm going to start painting, or I'm going to start frustrating someone soon, and I need to actually get something done tonight, because like I say, I've got stuff to get done before Christmas. So, here we go. Same old story. Clear plate. My favourite. Now, we're going to use black. I am drinking coffee. Now, JD, I drink a lot of coffee. Too much coffee, in fact. And since I drink so much coffee, I'm effectively, I don't want to say immune to it, but immune to it. So I can drink all the coffee I want, and I will fall asleep like a baby when I choose to. Cool talent, right? Superhero powers, I get that one. This is my, I mean, it's not my studio. This is a art collective. Greetings from Sri Lanka. Welcome, welcome. Greetings from Sri Lanka. Good to have you here, Ashley. This is an artist collective. So what happens here is the space gets rented out to a bunch of artists, and we all work communally in the space. I would take you for a walk around, but I'm not sure what the vibe is with other artists and their stuff. If they want anyone to see it, maybe it's commission, maybe it's secret. Who knows? Cookie, what's good? Monday night's good. Welcome. Monday night here in New Zealand. I need to grab, unless I've got it, I don't. I'm going to grab some. I'm going to refill this gesso bottle with water, because we need some water to go on the black. I'll tell you why shortly. Sorry, I'm back. Is this a sequel to Magic Mike? It could be, Kanye. Wait, is it the Kanye? Welcome. You're having a tough time on the media at the moment. And I think I saw one there. How's it going? It's going good. Thank you so much. You won't see a lot of this once I'm finished. This is going to be a thick work. Woo, real thick. If you're wondering why it took me longer than it should have to fill up a bottle, g'day from England. England's a big place. Whereabouts in England? Have a good night. Jessica, you're already out of here. Calvin, he's not back. It's just a random Kiwi. Sorry to disappoint. Do I have any tattoos? I do. But they're not in places I can show you. Is it Spyro? It's not Spyro. I'm so sorry. We will do that one though. We will. Now, here we go. I was refilling this bottle, filled to the top, gesso shot out everywhere in the room. Happens. So, naughty. Oh, Jessica, you're the best. Right. Layer 1. If we were going to only do one quick coat of black, I'd just use straight black and use up more of it. We're not doing just one quick coat of black. We're doing a bunch of stuff. So, I'm going to add some of this. It looks white. It's not. It's actually clear. Just got some gesso in it. I'm going to add some water to it. Why water? Because it's going to make the black dry faster and not be as strong on the canvas. More thinner. Picasso. I wish. What's the reference picture? It's 3 kids, but I showed it earlier. It's just 3 kids on a beach. But don't worry, it won't help you this time around. It's going to be a very quick painting in terms of, it's going to be never, not quick painting, it's going to take forever, but it's going to be a painting that goes from abstract to realism. So we're going to paint, tripping over my words here, we're painting with abstract realism, which means, for me, we start abstract and we build into realism. Never the other way around. It doesn't work the other way around. I did go to art school, but they didn't teach me this. Right, let me just get this in here. I always mix the water into the paint at the start too. And the reason I do that is because if I put the plate on an angle, it all tips off. I don't want that. Perfect. Right. I'm going to cheat here, guys. I'm going to be a dirty cheater. Hopefully my girlfriend isn't watching. No, but thank you so much. And Jessica, thanks for the weights. I think it's 8, maybe not. It's funny because I read that comment out loud and I was about to answer it because this is number 8 charcoal. So here we are. But I don't think you're talking about the charcoal. Alright, so here we go. The reason I'm going to cheat is I'm going to use charcoal first to mark out the areas on the canvas. So first off, look, the kids in the middle of the portrait, got some shadows coming down here. And I just want to notice where the black parts are, so that way we've got there we go. This is just going to help when I start adding the black in, me not do some drastic misses, because I don't really want black where it doesn't need to be. I could, but I don't want to. Just because black's so strong. In later coats, I'll get more outrageous with the black, but in the first coats, I just want to go where it belongs so it doesn't affect my other colours. I love saturated coats early on. If you're saying comments, I appreciate you. I will read them in just a second and answer all the questions. Okay. Now, one thing we can leave out sometimes when we're drawing a person, especially on a beach, we get so caught up with the person that what do? We leave out the reflection. Okay, this is ridiculous. Here we go. Most of the time, especially on a wet beach, they'll leave reflections in the sand. Do not ignore the reflections in the sand. Up here. This one comes well up above that line. There we go. There we go. Now we're talking. Don't know what I was on before, but now we're getting in the right position. And this hand here actually penetrates the horizon. Perfect. That comes over that way. There's another little peak here, just under halfway. This is why we do this, guys, because this would be just a messy black disaster. Almost there. Okay. Might even lift it up more yet. We'll see if we get on. Where am I at? Are you an artist? I'm trying to be. I'm not doing a very good job. It's like a plumber fixing a pipe and someone leaning over and say, "You a plumber?" You'd be like, "Well, am I doing a bad job here?" Am I missing some comments here? How you doing? I'm doing good. Let's hear a big alpha belch from you. Miles, that's a weird comment. No disrespect to Bob Ross, but this is a big... Oh, hey, appreciate you, Annie. I do love Bob Ross, though. He is the man. Coming up here, it's flag ceremony. Hey, Sid, how you doing? Oh, there we go. Dino, how we doing? All right. I'm missing comments there. I could scroll back up, but it's sort of too far gone now. I sound very British. I was going to say no, I don't, but I mean, you're listening to me, and if I sound British, you're sort of right. Can we just let him paint some of these comments? It's alright, as long as everyone's having fun. But yeah, obviously keep it PG, guys. That'd be preferable. Get Painting Boy. Do I sell my paintings? Johnny, I do sell the paintings. So I sell them on my website. You can go through that on my bio in TikTok. I sound like I know what I'm talking about. I don't. My bio's got my website in it. I think you can find it in my bio, and you can also find Instagram and YouTube and things like that. So, good thing about YouTube is every live we do here, if you miss one, because, you know, I don't have a schedule, and the time zones are all different, you can catch them on YouTube. So, but it's less fun when it's not live, but it's there. Is this painting being shipped somewhere once it's done? It is being shipped somewhere, but it's only to Mount Maunganui, which is, I'm in Auckland at the moment, it's going 2.5 hours south. If I was in the Tauranga studio, it's literally just down the road. So, that's the good thing about this one. This one also gets a big booty frame. Why does it get a big booty frame? Because it's local. So I can put the heaviest frame on it I like, because it's actually staying here in the North Island of New Zealand. Fantastic. Am I a Kiwi? Millie? Yes. The answer to that is yes. I'm a Kiwi. 5 generations. 5 proud generations of Kiwis. Starting to take form out, I think, yeah, there we go. It sort of comes around there, and she's got shorts there we go. This little tack is still too far down. Yeah, we're going to pull this up a little bit more here. We're just getting a bit tripped up here, guys, and the reason I'm getting tripped up is my fault, but I've sized the picture wrong here to the canvas. So, I'm trying to work to different dimensions. So every time I work off the sides, I trip myself up. So I'm trying to work from the middle outwards a little bit. Sorry, last trip, I loved it. I love every trip I do. It's fantastic. So Kiwi makes you European, right? Yes. Do you have whakapapa to Aotearoa? I arrived here in 1843 on the good ship Bolton. John Gower showed up in Wellington. It was a good ship Bolton because 1/3 of the ships didn't make it. Since John Gower showed up here, we did about how many generations? I think John went to a fella, who went to a fella, who went to another fella, who went to Gerald, who went to Alec, who went to Ben, who went to me. So if that's not whakapapa, I don't know what is. I love watching artists paint. Their stances vary and it's kind of funny sometimes. If you want to see funny stances, you want to watch my stances. Those reels are not fake, guys. I'm not staging some dance moves there. That is how I paint. It's a show from start to finish. I didn't realise it was funny till some recordings of it showed up and people thought it was funny. Normally I'm just painting by myself. Coming back up here, did I miss one there? But before his grandparents, his family wasn't Kiwi. Well, before my great great, 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 great grandparents. No, I wasn't Kiwi. I'm so sorry if that's not enough. We came from Cornwall before that. No, I want to change my art teacher. Oh, hey, your art teacher's great. Your art teacher's absolutely fantastic. He or she does a fantastic job. You are lucky to have him or her. But I am here for you as a little digital pixel thing inside your phone in the intro. Here we go. So we're putting it on really thin, guys. Don't be picky when you first start out on where you put the paint. Put the paint where you think it should go and put it on lightly, because this is all getting coated over. Like I said, we're starting abstract and we're going to become realism. Do not put on thick strokes. Bold strokes, but not thick ones. When you're starting off painting 3 people as well, or 1 person, or a face, never go eye, nose, mouth, unless that's your style, in which case do it. For me, we're painting just the bold tones we see. So here, we're looking at a big, big black shape in the middle of the canvas, which is actually a makeup of all 3 characters' shirts. We're not going to acknowledge them as individual shirts because they're not. There are tones and shapes and colours and all that fun stuff. What am I painting? 3 kids on a beach. It's a commission. It's going to be a fun commission because it's got a lot of background. Background means you're going to have lots of fun, splashing around paint, being all wild. Sorry, just coming up here a little bit. Hey, thank you so much, Alias. Appreciate you. That's why we're here. And then there was one about wine country. Are you near wine country? Yes and no. Is Auckland Waihiki's wine country, so we're close enough. And then your family history is so cool. 5 generations of Kiwis. Yeah, it's pretty funky. Pretty funky. Cool group too. All of them were farmers. I'm a wannabe farmer. I'll put it this way. If you know how to farm, I have no idea how to farm. If you have no idea how to farm, I'm a pretty good farmer. Deary me. Snap reveal. I don't have snap. I'm not cool enough. I told you this, guys, over and over again. I'm not cool. I'm a geek. Happily, but said what's snap. I keep projecting these cool things onto me, thinking I'm into these things. I play cards, guys. Magic the Gathering. Fab. Never played Yu-Gi-Oh, but you know what? My friends that I would do that too. Love his abstract style. Would love for our new house one day. Abby, I would love to paint a picture for your house. Love, love, love. And if you're from New Zealand, that's even easier. So I've got a piece I'm meant to be doing, which is a housewarming gift for a couple. And it's not the couple that Shelby Cooper will be thinking of. It's a different couple. But what I will do, Brody, big fan of MTG and D&D. Let me just scroll up here and check this real quickly. Shelby Cooper 64. So I'm just going to do something real cute right now, guys. If I can figure out how, bear with me, because I'm pretty dumb at technology. Here we go. How to do it. But I will learn for next time. Justin, one of the other viewers, hit me up and he told me that I can put moderators on a stream. And most time it's pretty good, but if I'm ever painting away and someone comes in and, you know, nothing offends me, but if someone's getting upset or seeing things they don't want to see, we can have a moderator or a couple of them. Keep an eye on making sure things don't get out of hand while I'm staring at the painting. I'm dumb at technology too, it's great, yeah. I'll tell you what, I do nothing but try. Your half has Jesus. I don't understand the Jesus thing, but okay. So a lot of these strokes are very dry, guys. We're trying to get shapes so we can add colours into the right place. And like I say, a lot of this won't make the final cut. Doesn't need to. We're building layers, we're having fun. When we're painting full people too, not just faces, it's really important we get the whole body composition correct. Two kids hugging? Yeah, so there's a girl here with her hand on her hip and one hand in the air. This kid's hugging both the kids, and this little one standing here smiling. It's a really cute little group of kids. It's a commission for a guy in the Mount Maunganui. And one big thing about painting kids is, as a parent, you've got a very, very good idea about the body shape and like how your kids look and move and things like that. And so to get the commission right, it's not just the face, we've got to get the bodies in proportion looking correct. If the legs are too long, if they're too squished, if they're too whatever, we've got to get that right, otherwise you won't be able to form that connection with the paint that I'm using to express the kids. I hope I said that clearly enough. I probably didn't. That's alright. It'll make sense later on. We'll probably come... We're going a bit too hot down the bottom there, but anyway, we'll deal. So, yeah, I'll tell you what we'll do. Now I'm complaining about getting the proportions out. Watch this. Someone's going to be like, oh, you could just use a zoom tool to fix that. Probably, but that worked. Perfect. All right, we've resized it. We've got less shadows in the bottom here. And now, I reckon we're pretty close to in proportion. Yeah, now we're talking. That head gets there, that one gets to there, that arm comes out here. Here we go, hello. On the hip. And then this is a hand here. Perfect. For kids, bit of darkness around here, bit of darkness over here. This is dry brushing now. This is actually Bob Ross's style. He uses a dry brush, slaps it around like this, and is this Madonna? It's not Madonna, but I love Madonna. A couple of kids from the Mount Maunganui. So Bob Ross would typically do all his strokes as dry brush, because since he'd complete a painting in one hit, he would need to dry brush, so then it was wet on dry the whole time. So that's why he gets a lot of colour going around. He does it just like that. But I'm not Bob Ross, so I'm just saying what he does. And he's really good at it, guys. He's so good at it. Now, we are moving on to bada-bing, bum, bum. Blue. Coalbat blue. Seb, I remember when you were singing Dino? Of course I remember singing Dino. I remember singing Dino and MJ and Lucy, if she'd ever pop up on a stream anymore. I think she's too cool for us now. And Johnny and Jack and Justin, all you folks, and Kayla, of course. Kayla, I'm not going to forget you. Happy days. Right. So, got the blacks down. We're not going to conventionally move from darker to light. They tell you that in art school, and they're actually right. It's a great place to start. But I'm just going to go with the flow. I'm going to go to blue next, because I feel like it, even though it follows that trend. You should try Google Translate painting. I don't know what you mean by that. Thank you very much. Erica? My accent. If you're from New Zealand, it's really not that special. Here we go. And again, we're just spotting where the blue is. Now, I really do not want you guys to be able to see characters. Can't make that clear enough. It's really important when you do these first layers, you start off abstract. Go easy on yourself. Have some fun. You start off with characters, you can't go from realism to abstract, or at least I can't. If you can, cool, you're the man, or the lady. For me, I need to go from abstract to realism. So I always start with a deep abstract look. I paint 24/7, no, I don't at all, but that would be exhausting. But I do try and get you guys on here every time I do paint, because it's very fun. But when you are painting, guys, it can be, especially when you're starting new canvases and trying to bring them to fruition fast, it can be quite mentally draining. So go easy on yourselves if you're trying to smash out work, especially if you're trying to finish off commissions, like I am leading up to Christmas. Don't worry about me though, I love this stuff. I'll be fine. You paint like a blind person, that's fair enough. How would a blind person paint? I think they'd move less though, because they wouldn't be able to hop around as much, so they'd lose their place. Or they would. I'm not sure. And for the record, I've seen some amazing blind paintings, so I'd be very proud. Hi from Palmy, welcome Nicole. Nicole, I'm up late right now because I'm going to be maybe getting up a little bit late too. Don't you hang around here and run out of energy for your work day. Alright, we're all ready, guys, we're moving this head. So that head was off by about 5 inches. So don't be afraid to do that. Get things where they belong. The painting will thank you when it gets to the end. It's red. It really needs some white, guys. So then you can battling away with this big brush. I've got one other fun brush here. Ooh, thanks for all the flowers, Nova. You're the best. Good morning. I don't know where you are, but I'm glad it's morning. So this is a very unique brush. There we go, look at that. Big fat brush. This is the go. Do I like painting inside or outside? It depends. We're using acrylics right now, so we're inside. Acrylics don't have any fumes. If I was using oils, I want to be outside. Oils will blow your head off for the amount of fumes they come out of them. Okay, big fat brush. Where is the paint tray? Oh my lordy, does he have any left? Right, it's not ideal, but it will do. Now, when you're buying your paint, guys, first off, you never have to listen to me, but if you are buying paint, I recommend buying extra white and black. So you got a lot of white and black and then your other colours. Because that way, not because you need more white and black, but you'll tend to use them, well you do, you might not, but because no matter what other colours run out, you can always make a painting as long as you've got white and black. But if you lose those, it comes out funnier. What do I do besides painting? Just sit in my room and wish I was hanging out with you guys, I suppose. 1 second. Right. So base coat was really fun, but the base coat was just built texture. We want to put paint on paint. I don't want to put paint on canvases. Did I hit arms today? I wouldn't hit anyone. I just want to spread love. Can I clean your brush for you? Hannah, you are more than capable of doing that. All you need, you can use some terps, that's what Bob Ross likes, or a warm sink. Chuck the brush under there, be gentle with it, and slowly work the paint out of it, and you'll be just fine. Of course I can. Of course I can. There it is, bunch of white on it. Now the fun thing about this brush is it's a circular brush, and so when it applies paint, it applies it pretty similar to a, you know when you paint on one of those VRs or like on a computer thing when it does those big chunky fat lines? That's what this will do. This will paint like a computer. That was such a dad joke. Well, you're welcome. Dad jokes are hilarious. I like a page called Dad Jokes on Facebook, and even a few of those make me cringe. So I'm glad I'm a part of the page. You look like that guy that was on Love Island. Wish I hadn't read that loud. Damien Hirst, what's your thoughts on that take? I don't even know who Damien Hirst is. I'm sure he's great. Sounds like a lovely guy. Keep asking about Love Island, Damien Hirst, as if I know any of these people. I told you guys, not cool. If I'm watching stuff on TV, I did like Rick and Morty. Gone off it a little bit now, but I do like YouTube. Who knows? Please tell me there's a fellow, is it 3 brown, 1 blue? Love that show. So the show that does the mathematics. Now we're talking. Chuck that on for 3.5 hours. Or something more lighthearted, give me some SciShow or Ted Ed or the Ted Riddles. Big fan. You don't know Damien Hirst? See, look, now you're giving me a rough time. No, I don't know Damien Hirst. I know a lot of old school artists. I studied the Renaissance period. Pre-Raphaelites and history of photography are my go-to specialties. Perspective and ancient paintings. All the fun stuff, guys. All the fun stuff. Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas, guys. Hello and welcome. Dude, your hair is amazing. Well, don't get too excited about it because it's going to be gone. Because I'm not shaving it off, but my family is historically bald. So enjoy it while it lasts, for it will not. But I've had time to make peace with that, guys. So when it does happen, just, if it starts happening and you can tell during the streams that it's going back, can you guys just be cool about it and not bring it up? And maybe when it's obvious my hair isn't amazing, just call it amazing, because I'll need that. That'd be fantastic. Appreciate you. What should you paint? You should paint whatever you feel like painting. The world's your oyster. The funnest part about being the painter is you get to choose what you paint. Don't let me do that for you. You do it. Noted. Fantastic. Thoughts on Taylor Swift? An amazing human. I love all her music. I haven't heard all her music. I love some of her music. I love the songs that I've heard. So I like. I got head on about. I was yarning on the stream the other day. I'm sorry, guys, but I was talking about a Taylor Swift song, and then I was trying to tell you which one it was by singing it, and I gave it the wrong name, got everything mixed up, and yeah, I'm sorry if I upset anyone. But what I was trying to say was I like. Now I can't even remember the names of the songs. You're on the phone with your girlfriend, she's upset, she's going off about something that you said. She doesn't get your humor like I do. You belong with me? You belong with, maybe? It's Love Story, You Belong With Me. And we got that mixed up the other day and I got in trouble. Anyway, now I'm doing it again. I'll get in trouble again. Thank you. Here with the I want everything. I like all sorts of music. Taylor Swift all good. Taylor Swift all good. Have you ever made your own paint out of food? No. Does that make me weird or you weird? I wouldn't make it out of food because the painting wouldn't last too well. But I like the fact that you ask that as if I should have. And if I should, please DM me how, because we can sit here one day and all enjoy making paint out of food. Or me trying to paint with paint out of food. I like my standard paints though, guys. I like my oils, I like my acrylics, I know how to use them, I'm really comfortable with them, I like that zone. How about Freddie Mercury? I like Freddie Mercury. I haven't really listened to that much of his music, to be honest. It's great music, but it never really ends up on my go-to playlists. Okay, the temptation here is to overdo the faces and just really frame them. We're not going to do that. We're going to paint the colours we see. You're going to get sick of me saying that. I'm going to say it again and again and again. We are not going to paint what we want to see. We're going to paint what we actually see. That's important. Thank you very much, McGrath, Fiona McGrath. Appreciate you. Cheers, guys. Right. Now, are there pinks in this painting? Not as many as I'm putting in, but like I say, this is the abstract stage. This is where we have our fun. We do whatever we want to do. Maybe if you're really keen, you'll be able to spot things starting to show up in the painting. But like, it's not likely. It's, ooh, so we need to pull that kid up again. There we go. Up you come, hand coming around here. I'm really enjoying getting this kid in the wrong place, eh? This is just not going well for me. Drops all the way down to here. Okay. So he's going to hit the bottom of the canvas now. So that's a... Someone come and teach Seb how to get composition correct, because currently he's an absolute mare. But she's fine. He's fine. And this little kid needs to drop, and it, yeah, like, oh, yeah, okay. Let's just sing that. Ooh, not like that. Not. We're working off a laptop, guys, if you're wondering why I keep, there we go. We'll rock that, there we go. If I squint my eyes, I can sort of see what's going on. Sounds like a lyric to a Freddie Mercury song. Do you know why people are hurting each other? Very open question. Short answer, no. Would you paint me? Of course I would, Gigi. Of course I would. Paint anything. I mean, not right now. But, you never know what the future can hold. One moment you're painting 3 kids on a Mount Maunganui beach. Next moment you're painting Gigi. I don't know where Gigi's from. All I know about Gigi is he or she wants to be painted. Okay, same story here, guys. We're applying it quite wet. Quite dry, sorry. There we go. I am zooming in on the figures more because I want them to be the focal point of the whole shooting box, obviously. There's a lot of background, but we don't want too much background. Did I get some on my face there? We'll be golden. Good night, Nova. Appreciate you joining in. Appreciate you being here from the start. Sorry I didn't get more painting done. I'll do better next time. Don't be afraid to paint in any direction, guys. Your canvas is your own. Do whatever you want. We're going to resist as much as we can for as long as we can of putting any colours that would remotely resemble the sky into the sky. Why are we going to do that? Because I love to be difficult. I don't want to go to sleep and then give up on the work, lol. Oh, missed the last bit of that. Can't wait to see when it's done. Thanks, Abby. Yeah, and don't worry, if you want to see any part of it, it'll be on YouTube and you can catch it there. So if you're like, hey, how do you make that happen? Or why did it all go wrong? You can be like, oh, there it was. There's the fun. I like your horses in the trees piece. Thank you so much, Annabelle. Appreciate you. Yeah, that's still in the making. So that's going to a horse enthusiast here in Auckland. And it's got another, I'll be guessing, but 3 coats to go on it. The last one we put on in the forest was really thick. So it's going to take a good couple of days to get proper tacky. So we will be patient there. Right, next colour. That's enough pink. That's enough pink. Right, what's it going to be? What do we think? What do we think? Baby blue. Thank you to everyone who was a part of that decision. What's on the board you're painting on? What is the board you're painting on? So this isn't board. Usually I'm using standard hardboard though. Sometimes I use canvas. Standard hardboard is also known as masonite. If you paint on it, 5mm minimum is fantastic. Why 5? Because if you go less than that, it typically warps when you apply your paint. If you are going less than 5, it's all good, don't you worry about a thing. Just make sure that you apply paint to the other side at the same rate, especially in the first 2 or 3 layers. The reason why you do that is because the board will try and warp one way as you paint one side, it'll try and warp the other way as you paint the other side. What's going to happen? It's going to break even. There you go. Are you British? I'm not British, but people keep asking me that. Clearly a poor excuse for a Kiwi. Seb, what time are you ending the live tonight? Seeing Dino. Whew, good question. Look, we're going to see how we get on. Sometimes I make you guys promises like, let's do 3 hours. I'm here for an hour and a half. And sometimes I say, I'm only here for half an hour. And then next minute, that's like 4 hours later. We haven't done that. We've done 3.5 hours. I think 3.5 hours is the longest we've done. 10:44. Give me like, definitely another hour seeing Dino. But like, it all depends, because I'm just going to do this canvas tonight, and so if this canvas goes too far, I won't force it and push paint onto it. So the one thing, guys, is we'll never just paint for the sake of painting. We're painting because we're trying to put paint on canvases. So if we get to a stage where I'm like, nah, that one's done, or no, if I keep painting it, I'm going to ruin it, I'm just going to have to stop, and we have to time out the stream, unless I have another piece. I do have another piece down there though, so if we get the bit between our teeth, we can kick into that one. But honestly, I'd prefer to grab a good night's sleep if it gets too late, and then we can kick into some canvases tomorrow morning. We'll see. We will see. Time will tell. British, how do you do not sound British? Thank you very much. It's funny because this stream everyone's calling me British, but in regular life, well, like, you have the most Kiwi accent I've ever. Maybe it's so Kiwi that it's come full circle and it sounds British again. Your mans is Australian. Good for your mans. Australia's a lovely place. I'm sure he's a very happy boy. He's very lucky to have you. There we go. That goes there. I think this can actually pull more that way. Perfecto. Like I was saying, guys, don't be too picky on where the paint goes. Like, he's already said that. Well, he's going to say it again and again and again, because what can happen, even to me, is you can get really caught up on where you think paint should be going, and the start of a canvas that should be the fun part, that should be enjoyable, is suddenly all choked up and restrained, and you're wondering why you're not having fun. And then you have to try to finish off the painting and wondering why you don't want to finish it. Well, probably because you didn't enjoy the first 10 hours. Enjoy the first 10 and the final 5 will be easy. Come to Vegas. I was just in Vegas. Really fun place. I'm not going back for another 7 or so months. Maybe longer. So, but you can have me in Vegas on your phone right now. In this little box. Here I am. Are you Afrikaans? No, I'm not. I'm not, but I've known some lovely people who are. I was in Rome a while ago, and I was sitting down having some pasta at a little cafe. Guy sat down beside me with his wife, and he was Afrikaans. Got along really well with him, had a good yarn. Great guy. He was doing some wine tours. I wasn't. We talked about that. We had pasta, shook hands at the track. Never saw him again. I think he still follows me on Instagram. I think I still follow him, but that's about it. I'm sorry if you're listening to that, hoping it was going to be a better story, but that's all I've got. Do you enjoy the long flights? I do enjoy long flights. I do. Oh well, depends. Sometimes I'm not in the mood, but if I am in the mood for a long flight, which is more often than not, then I do enjoy myself. I just get to guilt-free watch a bunch of movies. I like it when the planes don't have Wi-Fi. So there's literally nothing that I should be doing except trying to go through all the movies that everyone's been telling me to watch. Over and over again. You should watch this. You should watch that. And I'm like, yeah, I'll get around to that. And I don't. And I could on a flight. You ever flew to the UK? No, I have not. I assume it's very similar to flying to other places. It's just a different destination. But I can't say that till I've actually done it, I suppose. We're going to add some red into this now, guys. I'm hankering for some red. I'm sorry, guys. Am I missing? You like climbing mountains? Tim, you were a hero, and it's in your name. Good for you. Sir, I see. Very nice style. Very interesting. Mesmerizing. Hey, thank you very much, Anthony. Appreciate you. And Kayla, you're a champion. Let me grab the red. Where's the red hiding? Alright, here we go. If you hadn't noticed already, guys, my fantastic paint comes in little sauce packets. It's really cool, actually. It doesn't get everywhere. It stays very, very contained, and it's easy to squeeze out all the paint, and it's the first time I've had it, but I've really enjoyed it. Are you from Starbucks? Because I like you a latte. I can't tell whether she likes latte but struggles with English, or if she's being funny. I don't want to be offensive and assume. Looks like something you can eat. Don't eat paint. Don't eat paint. Not even acrylics. It's water-based, but it's not the best. If you're making your own paint out of food, like that guy was talking about above, then yeah, go for it. But this stuff, there is nothing edible around here except for Mother Earth Deluxe Mixed Nuts. Natural. These are edible. If I get peckish later, we can nibble. But right now, we're doing this. The paint is acrylic. And we're going to swap to a smaller brush. I've got them on the side here. Is that... Why would it... Really? Hold on, let me see this. Huh? Sir. Sir. How nice. Thanks, Karen. Hello, and that's... I mean... I'm not a cannibal. So no, I will not nibble on you. But I appreciate the gesture, but that's not my style. Now, red. Where are we going to put red? Everywhere where it goes. No, we're going to save a lot of that for tan. Tan's going to leap in here and really do some damage. So that's what we want, but we will put a little bit of red in around some of these legs. Yeah. Don't want to be shy with this red. I think he's getting a bit flustered. You think I'm getting a bit flustered? Oh no. Did my voice change? Did it start to crack? Did I start ignoring the comments? Did I avoid some comments? I'm sorry. Didn't mean to get flustered. It's just so intimidating with these comments coming up in the front of the screen. Can I see the pic? Yeah, it's been a while, guys, so I will show the pic that I'm working from. That is fair. Alright, I can't do this all the time because it's actually on the laptop and it's a bit of a job. There we go. If I tilt it that way a little bit. So it's actually, there we go. So it's a bunch of kids, they're on a beach, there's 3 of them, and they're snuggling, and basically the entire ground around them up until the horizon is reflective. It's all reflecting. That's really important. So the fact that it's all reflecting means the gradients are changing slowly, there's a lot going on, a lot to do. Can you draw Justin Bieber? I mean, I could try, but not right now. I appreciate your patience. And I'm sure Justin Bieber is happy for me to take a little bit longer before I paint his face. there. Perfect. If you are a painter who you're trying to paint, remember a lot of the time, especially when you look on the reels on Instagram and things, everything looks perfect and pristine and getting finished, and it's not always like that, guys. Painting's not a linear process. It goes up and down like this. And sometimes you'll do a coat on it and you'll ruin it, and sometimes you'll bring it back into kilter. So this is all things. Am I a Republican or Democrat? I'm not from the States, so that makes it a little more different. In New Zealand, we have a bunch of parties. And right now we're at a party. We're at a party in an art room. With me, your host of the party. Painting 3 kids on Mount Maunganui that you just saw. You're welcome. We're all having fun together. What's my biggest inspiration? What's my biggest inspiration? It's a tough question. Tough question. I don't. What would be my biggest inspiration? Do you mean in terms of artists, or psychologically, or like craft-wise? Because there's a lot of different kinds of inspiration. Different horses for courses, right? If it was inspirational artists, we'd be talking about Picasso and Van Gogh. 2 favourites. Van Gogh top, Picasso second. Cheers, mate. Do I like Nicki Minaj? Kinda. I'm gonna lie to you. Yeah. I used to listen to Starships. Her video clips are always great. Starships meant to fly, bend up, touch the sky. Don't remember all the words. Most of the words. Ish, do I? Sort of. Sort of. He's a barb. Oh my god, it's Nicki Minaj. That's crazy. Nicki, we were just talking about you on the stream. I really appreciate your music. You're doing a great job. Keep it up. What time is it? It is 10:55. 5 to 11. 5 to 11. How wild is that? Is Shelb's Coop 64 still here, or did she give up on us? Will you sell this painting? This painting is already sold. You cannot have it. It's going to a man in Mount Maunganui. It's a commission of his 3 children. Pardon me. So, you cannot have it, but you can appreciate it being made. That's how we can all be a part of the process together. Which is wholesome. Thank you very much. It's very nice of you to say that. Tan. Put a tan in this picture, I reckon. We're going to go to town on tan. Happy Moon is up. Sorry, Happy Moon. I've never seen your name before. So, we're going to have to say no. But I'm sure you're a great person. It's got nothing to do with you. It's just it is what it is. Roughly does a piece take to finish? Alright, so if I was doing a piece this size and I was trying to finish it, it's going to be a... How long's a job going to be? Anywhere between 7 and 15 hours is a pretty good guess. There's just a density to the layers that we need to build up to make sure the piece is attractive and it has a wow factor. And like I say, we're going to start off abstract and we're going to pull it into line gradually. And it's actually, we're going to grab this part here. Classic. There's a big logo on her chest that's completely white. I've been so busy noticing faces that I just completely ignored it. So this picture could take anywhere between 7 and 15 hours. So it really depends on how well I land the coats. So if I'm not on fire, my brush strokes are all over the show, it's gonna be a 15-hour painting. If I'm hitting my straps every time, bang, perfect layer, bang, perfect layer, then we're gonna get this done in 7 hours. Just no way we can't. We're just gonna have nowhere else to put paint because every drop of paint's gonna go where exactly where it belongs. So at the moment, we're probably staring down a 10-hour job. Somewhere in between. I don't speak Spanish, pero por favor, porque se más... no, I don't understand, Augustin. Lo siento, no hablo español. There we go. Gotta be somebody. I've been roaming around, I've been looking down, is all I see. Your painted faces fill the places I can't reach. You know that I could be somebody. Sorry guys, I'm a painter, not a singer, but I have to entertain myself. When's my birthday? 12th of January. 12th of January. So it's coming up in the next 2 months, it's pretty exciting. My favourite song at the moment? Whoo-wee. Well, it's historically always been Should Have Been a Cowboy by Keith Urban. But recently I've been really enjoying Whiskey Myers. What's the song called? Stone. And I also really like Capricorns, it's true. I also really like Do You Want to Taste It, the soundtrack of that show with the wrestler. Do you really want to taste it? With a musical number at the start. Can you talk like an American? No, because it'll be so bad that it'll disappoint you and offend anyone who is American. So it'll achieve a lack of both the intentions. Thanks, guys. Looks more free and fun. Well, hey, you can be free and fun too. We can be free and fun together. Don't you let anyone tell you how to paint. You do your thing. Yeah. Paint wants to be abstract, guys. Let the paint be abstract. You do what feels right. Here we go. Twitter. Haven't got Twitter, guys. Haven't got Twitter. Haven't got Snapchat. Not cool enough, but I'm glad that you thought I was cool enough to have it. What other mediums do you use? I love a bit of charcoal. I love oil. I love clay. Clay's all good. But I haven't used clay in a long time. But I do like clay. Using your hands, it's very, very, what's the word, tactile. You know, with a paintbrush, you're using a tool to apply the paint. It's very special, but to be using your hands as the molder, there's always something special with that. Inspiration to paint such amazing art. Oh, thank you so much for starters, but lost trail of thought there. I get my inspiration from usually what other people feel about the art. So when people get fulfillment from it and lots of pleasure from it, and you can see it, there's something really compelling about that that makes you want to continue to paint. So that's a big part of it. I thought you were an Aussie at first. I could be. I'm not, but still adding a lot of water to the paint, guys. Thanks, Gmalt. Appreciate that. How old will you be in January? Ooh, in January I will be 30 years old, so it's a big one. So I'm 29 at the moment. I'm turning 30. But it's alright guys, because I've been calling myself 30 for a while now. And preparation for no longer being in my 20s. So you think you're better than Fortnite? No, honestly I'd love to play Fortnite, I just never really had the time. And it's high budget. High budget stuff's usually pretty cool. So I did have the time, and all the kids that I used to look after at summer camp were really into it, which sort of put me off it a little bit, but I used to play, anyone knows it, Dota. Dota 1, a little bit of League of Legends, but mainly Dota 1, and Age of Empires 2, just Age of Empires 2. Am I ringing any heartstrings here? Now we get a bit more finer with the detail here, guys. We're still adding on paint where we want it to go, but we're being a bit more, dare I say it, controlled with where we let the paint land. Still be confident where you put it though. So when I'm adding this paint, I'm making sure it's still going on thick. Thick means we're not letting the texture of the canvas judge how the paint looks. Whole brush strokes. Happy days, guys. I'm going to play nice in the comment section. I'll try and see what I can, but I miss things. You know this about me. Doing special for my 30th birthday. I'm going to have a party at Rotorua, which will be fun. Party at Rotorua. And when I say party, I mean it'll be 1 week of skiing and wakeboarding and all that sort of stuff. But in between, I'll do painting sets, so I'll hang out with you guys. I may even do one on my 30th, which would be pretty funny. So that'll be a quick one. It'll be a quick and messy one. We'll really slap some paint around in a hurry and laugh about being 30. Cheers, guys. Hello, good evening, Eveline. Welcome back. Eveline's OG, guys. It's good to see her back in town. Where have you been, Eveline? It's been lonely here without you. It's been lonely here without you. Okay. I think you've made your point now, Marco, but keep seeing me at home. That's all right. I've missed most of it. But I think it's map of time. Settle down. Jeepers, Fabs. All want to join the live at once. No. Sorry, guys. Only old school people. Seb is definitely a baby face. Yeah, I am. I shaved. Shaved actually right before the stream. I started to look really scruffy, so I've shooken it up. Yeah, I probably do, Cheryl. Next one. And then my OGs. Evelyn, you should be a mod for me. Please. You'd be the best. Thanks, Evelyn. And I hope you've been busy in a good way. So, sending you love from New Zealand. You phenomenal human being. I like the pinks in this one, it looks sick. Yeah. I don't shy away from pink, guys. I really like to add a lot of hot pink to a picture. Can add a lot to it. You add all your baby blues in there. You add all your light, oranges in there, light yellows in there. But you don't do your baby blues. Your pinks. It's just silly. You've got to do your pinks. It's important. I love how the colour blue accentuates those curves and lines you paint. Yeah, blue will do that. And actually there's so many shades of blue that there's more playing to be had there. Even more playing to be had. Hold on, let me just grab some. Bada bing bum boom. Here we go. Look at this. Excuse the advert, but this is going to be more chill. This is good. And we just have to put up with YouTube's double ad drop. There we go. I'm not sure how you guys feel about double ad drops, but it's pretty rough personally. You must be tired. I'm a little bit, Evelyn, but look, I want to get this first coat down, and we're doing great progress with it, so definitely going to hang around to see how that turns out. Like I was saying, guys, probably another 50 minutes. Cool as abstract? Yeah, thank you. Thank you. But it's got a wee way to go. Now you'll see very little effort has been put into the faces. Don't get caught up in your faces. Let them slowly come together. Doom, doom. Doom, doom, doom. Just moving things around as we slowly let the picture take form. Don't ever be afraid to move something as far as you need to as well to actually keep proportions where they should be. You'll thank yourself by the end of the image. Or Bob Rossett, happy little mistakes. I wasn't even listening, sorry Seb. Oh, sorry Marco, this is what it is. Ben, weird question, goes to waste. Oh jeepers, that would kill the dog. That would hurt the dog. Don't feed paint your dog, guys. Look after your dog. Dun, dun, dun. Where is there it is. It's the one I already pulled out. Here we are. Bang. We're after grey. Thank you so much, Lucy. Appreciate you. Oh, Lucy Williams. Right. Down here we go. Seb, I have a serious but not really serious question. Kayla, old school Kayla, ask away. Let's hear it. What am I saying? People find the paint appetizing. Who's gonna go eating paint, guys? That's just silly. The yogurt packets are back. They are, Zimo. They are, and they're fantastic, and we're lucky to have them. Yogurt packets are fantastic. What Zimo's referring to, guys, is the little yogurt packets for paint. Rodney, you're a champion. Appreciate the roses. Right, greys. Wholesome, medium greys. Let's go on a date. Philip, we can't go on a date. I'm so sorry. I'm sure you're a great individual. And I think you're insinuating that you might be somewhere in New Zealand. But I'm a taken man. So the good thing about that, though, is that you've still got 50% of that day yourself. And that means that you just need to find another 50%. And there's so many places to do it. You could join a social netball team. You could start you could join a rock climbing club. You could start a local chess group. In all these places, you could find a wholesome, platonic relationship with someone that could flourish into something beautiful. So, but it's up to you. You do your thing. Wow. I hope you mean wow in a wholesome way. I think you meant to ask, do you wipe palette clean or use the paint again? Ah, Annabelle's art. Do you wipe palette clean after or use paint again? So if it's acrylic paint, I wash it off. If you try and paint over it, it's all going to go lumpy. But if it's oil paint, I'll usually just leave it on and let it sort of be tacky with the next layer and all just mixed together in a giant, wild, crazy little soup. Hope that answers the question. I like your answers to some of these comments. Well, that's good. I'm glad. I mean, it'd be a pretty bad stream if you didn't like my answers. Sorry, Kayla, did I miss your question? I was waiting for you to ask it. I'm going to scroll up a little bit and see if I can spot it. Did you end up sending that screenshot to your partner? Did I end up sending that screenshot to my partner? Screenshot. Did I end up sending it? Ah, yes. Yes, I did. Yes. I showed you that one. That got sent to her on Instagram. Kayla made some lovely comments in the last stream we had in Todai. I said I'd pass it on, and I did pass it on. She's gone to bed now, but she was here on the stream earlier, and she could have said thank you. But it's what it is. It's what it is. Do you not remember? I just told you. I remember. Come on. Give me a break. I remember. But it was obviously. I was just trying to connect the dots there for a moment. There's a little bit of. Trying to. Memory wasn't serving too well. Am I in Auckland, Izzy? Yes. Yes. I'm in Auckland right now. This is the Auckland studio. And in the Auckland studio, it's an artist collective. So there's a bunch of artists who work in the same space. But I never really see the other artists. It's usually just me. So, go figure. Anyway. The old age is getting to you? Hey, come on. Go easy on me. Nah, JK, appreciate that. New Zealand is the most diverse people on the earth. Mixed islander people, yes. We've got Polynesian people, we've got Maori people, we've got Indian people, we've got Chinese people. We've got all sorts of people, and all people are welcome here in New Zealand. So, what a fantastic place to first off be raised in, then to live in, and all the things. Every one of us is an incredibly spoiled individual. Why do you wear a suit pants to paint? Because I like them. No, so I like dressing in reasonably nice clothes, guys. I like to really make sure paint goes where you want it to go. You don't need to get paint all over the place. If Eric Thomas would be watching, he'd agree with me. Don't be a machine gun shooter person in all directions, be a sniper. One thing, paint goes on the paint tray. paint tray goes on canvas. Nothing in between. That's how you do it. And usually I like to test myself and wear some really nice clothes. And go, come on, bro. Get in the right place. Get all your paint exactly where it needs to go. And if that's your plan, why not wear a suit? If you're not going to wear a suit, are you a little bit, you're not confident enough to think you're going to get all your paint strokes right. So that's the game. That's a little game I play with myself, guys. It's a little game I play with myself. You'll notice that sometimes I'll be wearing like a really nice jacket or dress pants or a nice shirt. And it's me playing with myself going, right, I'm going to get every drop of paint this session in the right place. I like the game. Kayla, thanks for the heads up. Love the painting. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you. Do you think it's the pants that keep you clean or your mindset? I think it's both. I think it's the mindset that does it, but I think me wearing the pants puts me in the mindset. So both things are playing a role. Now, let's have a look here. A little bit of green, baby. I try not to, but I'm going to put the green right beside the red. Yeah. Normally when you put paint on a tray, guys, it's good to put the colours like green beside the yellow or the blue, or the red beside the orange or the purple. And the reason you do that is if it gets a little bit of the other colour in it, it won't affect it too much. It'll keep that, because the purple's already got a little bit of red in it, or the orange has a little bit of red in it, or the yellow is already a little bit of the green. So if they mix a little bit, it's not the end of the world. I hope I explained that well. I didn't explain that too well. Maybe I did explain it well. Maybe I'm being too hard on myself. Right, paintbrush. Let's have a look here. I'm not stoked about it, guys, but I'm going to swap off this paintbrush. Go to a smaller one. It's a pig bristle brush. Does that love my outfits? Appreciate you. I love your comments about my outfits. Is this your job? Very cool. So it is my job. Well, I guess I'm self-employed. Pig's bristle brushes. Great, because a pig's bristle brush leaves paint strokes all over the canvas. So it won't go down softly. So if you want to get the texture of a brush on your canvas, then you want to go for the cheapest brush in the whole shop. That's what you're after. I'm missing a few comments here, I'm so sorry. Resemble Van Gogh? That is I say Van Gogh, that's the American way of saying it, which the Belgian people will think is wrong. Belgian people say van, so van, and Gogh. So if you want to say it the correct way, in the Belgian way, it's Van Gogh. And if you want to say it the American way, which is the wrong way, you want to say Van Gogh. And thank you so much for the heart hands. Appreciate you. Maisel Hernandez, thank you so much for heart hands. You're the best. You're all the best, but Maisel is the best. Right, adding on this paint here. Thanks, Axels. Appreciate you. How tall are you? I feel like you would give exquisite hugs. Philip, I'm 5'9". So, I'm not the tallest human being on the planet, but I'm not the shortest. Not that there's anything wrong with being the shortest. Or the tallest. You're all good no matter what you are. That's what I reckon. Is that Nicki Minaj? It's not Nicki Minaj, but I like your passion for Nicki Minaj. So, you get some points for me for that. Am I on something? I'm on the floor of the second story of an art studio, but no, I'm not on something. And if I was on something, would I say I was on something? I've had a coffee, late night coffee. That's about it. That's about it. You're taller than me. Yeah, half the world's taller than me. I think, what's 5'9"? Is that like average? What is the average in New Zealand? But I should change the tank tops. Well, it's actually not all that warm tonight, so I should actually be wearing a jacket right now, I reckon. But look, I don't want to run off and get changed, so I'm persevering, but in the back of my mind. Love the blends of colours. Thank you so much, lady. Lady Obstriperos. Am I close? Is there a dog in your painting? There is no dog in this painting, but there should be actually. That'd be really cool. Anthony, count sheep. Thank you very much. Less is more. Fantastic. It's feminine and earthy with hints of strength. I like it. It's a deep thing to say. I love your hair. Thank you very much, Philip. Appreciate it while it lasts. In a half decade, we'll just have to remember what it was. It's not fallen out yet, but my family has a long history of no hair, guys, so. Sid Gower at 40 years old will be a very different man to Sid Gower at 30 and 20. Yeah, chuck a dog in there. It's commission, so I can't throw the dog in here, but I like your style. What was that comment there? Sorry, guys. When is this painting fully complete? When I'm in love with it so much that I don't want to give it away. That's when I know it's hit the spot. Did I see a comment there? Oh, thanks, Lee. You're the bomb. A few days ago you were live on a farm. Whose dog was that in your video? Ah, Stephen, that was at my partner's house. Do I think painting is a dying art? No, I do not think painting is a dying art. I think that everything belongs in its own area. So painting historically had the whole shooting box. If you were trying to get something captured, to remember it for history's sake, you'd use painting. But now, photography is so much more effective at that. So these things get smaller and smaller and smaller into their compartments. Now, if you want to look at something that's primal, that's raw, that's connected in a way that you're just getting, because things in painting have got more advanced. Paintbrushes and paint and things like that, and the way we make canvases or blah, blah, blah. So actually that side of things, it's got a little bit more, but on the whole, there's a very, very raw and primal thing to painting. And so painters need to get over themselves a little bit and say, right, we can't do realism anymore as good as a camera. It does it better. And we can't actually do a lot of stuff that AI or computers can do. That stuff's happening better over there. So we need to ask ourselves not where painting's being returned to or retracted to, but what area does painting have? Because sculpture, painting, pottery, AI technology on the computer, digital art, NFTs, all this stuff has its place carved out as a point where it can go to. Overall feels very nurturing. That's the emotional. Yeah, so painting will give you, has the ability to sort of keep with emotions quite effectively as well. So yeah, dying art, no. Changing art, yes. So painting is, in my mind, you'd be talking about the fundamental. So while all the other things have amazing abilities to portray reality, express feelings, capture moments, etc., etc., when you want to talk about expressive, primal, raw expression and emotion, you sort of return back to painting. And that's not a matter of the finished outcome as much as a process with how painting's actually made. So, there you go. What can you say about AI arts? Do you think it's offensive to artists? No. Following on from Yana was just saying, AI art is literally just another thing carving out its place in art. I mean, if you want to talk about art or the arts, we're talking about dancing, we're talking about theatre, we're talking about performance art, we're talking about food, we're talking about culinary art, like lots of art forms. AI art showing up on the scene is just a great opportunity for us to question things like painting and digital art and photography and ask ourselves, what actually made these special? Because AI art's about to make us question that. Not get rid of them, but question where we see the value in these things so we can actually perpetuate that, manifest that, grow that, nurture that. Do you have a place to sell your paintings? I do have a place to sell my paintings, guys. So, sorry, I'm just keep hammering away here, but the place to see my paintings and where they are for sale is on my website. So, if you go through my bio, you can see there's paintings available on the website for purchase, and if you want a commission, there's the ability to do that from the website, or you can contact me direct via the website or via Instagram, and we can tee up a personal commission for you if the stuff on the website isn't perfect for what you need. There you go. How much is a commission art? Ho ho ho, it changes dramatically depending on what size you're after, what style you're after, and sometimes what sort of picture you're after. Things can get quite, change quite dynamically. But something this size, as a commission on a board or canvas, not including shipping, because that's always a wild card. Something this size is about anywhere between 800 to 1500 is usually where it will sit. But look, it's very, very hard to quote on something without seeing it or knowing the sizes and things or where it's going. These are all factors. Is that a lady on a beach? Craig, it is indeed. So we've got a lady, a boy, and a boy, a young girl and two boys here in the picture. So they'll slowly start coming out of it. In fact, if I flick the text over for a moment, yeah, they're starting to appear. Step by step. Pookie, yeah. Cost of painting stacks up. You know, when you got the canvas already costing, you have to pay about $200 to $300 a canvas to get them hand stretched, and then you got paint brushes costing $20 each. And then you got what else do you have? Paint. I mean, a canvas this size will go through about $100, $130 a paint, and then you got about 10 to 20 hours. Like, costs stack up. Human need, ability to create, make art is very grounding and fundamental. Agree. I like that a lot. Ooh, sorry guys. I missed a bunch of comments there. No one's gonna know. Ooh, I'm so sorry guys. When you start this painting, Izzy, I started this about, how long's the stream going for? About an hour and a half ago. Are you painting in an art gallery? We're painting in an art studio. Sorry guys, for some reason it held for a second. Marco, that's not true. This is a commission for a guy in Mount Maunganui of his kids. So very wholesome. Very wholesome. doing? How old am I? 29. I'm 29. I wasn't sure if you were going to see this. I do see it, Marco. Well, I appreciate your comments. Oh, Fabs, Evil, and Chansey asking to join the live. Sorry, guys. I don't know who you are, but I would love to have you, but it's just, I don't want to upset anyone. I don't know what you're doing. Thanks, guys. It's Kids on the Beach. Genta, it is indeed. What does my partner do for work? Are they okay with you not being home at night? So sometimes I do late night sessions. Yes, she's very understanding of that. It's not often I do late night sessions. It's usually early morning sessions. But I will be only here for another about 15 or so minutes because I want to do a morning session. So these are the things. These are the things. Guys, do your homework too. When I say do your homework, go around the edge of the campus. You don't need to do the top, you don't need to do the bottom, but make sure you go around the sides. We don't have any kids, I'm so sorry. So if there were kids, I would not be here painting the studio late at night. That is not fair. I would be at home being a good dad. But there are no kids, so I will be here painting the studio until 11:30. Oh, 11:30 at the moment, until 11:45. Always the sides. Thank you, Maya Fielding. So if you go around the sides, that gives you the option later on, when you've finished it, whether you're going to put a frame on it or not. If you haven't done the sides, you don't really have a choice. You have to go the whole way around. I don't think he can be convinced. I missed that, sorry guys. Hey, you know it's super late. I do, Lizzie. I'm ticking through though. That's right, good man. I love how you paint in different locations. Me too, big fan. How was your day today? It was good. It was really good. Wholesome. Really enjoyed doing the working out at the beach. Got a little sunburn. Got home, smashed 7 glasses of water to try and get over the sun strike. And now I'm painting this commission. So one of these days when we all go on the live together again, guys, I'm going to be doing a bunch of Mount Wanganui. That is exactly where this picture was taken. But you can't see the mountain in it, but it's at Mount Wanganui, I think. Sorry, we're saying that I'm going to be doing some glazing. So if you come on one of these times and I'm wearing my respirator, it's because we're doing some glazing with some liquid polymer glass. So the liquid polymer glass is an epoxy that goes on top of the work that protects it and creates a flat layer again. So I put on textures really thick. Liquid polymer glass means that I can reapply without being affected by the textures underneath. So always a fan. Always a fan. And plus, if you're thinking about using liquid polymer glass, it could be really cool as a tutorial. Mizell, you're the #1 top viewer. Welcome, and thank you so much for the crane. You're the best. Hannah, I don't know what happened to you, but congratulations. Which art medium do I like the most? I like oil paints, but they're very fumey, so I only use oil paints outside. We're inside at the moment. I like acrylics inside. Less fumey, less all the things. Less all the things. How specific of me. Twitter, no Twitter, sorry. I've got no Twitter, no Snapchat. I was saying earlier, I'm just not cool enough. I'll work on being cooler, but not cool at the moment. Boom, 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 boom. What impact will AI art have on painting? Impressionism emerged as photography courted realism. Yeah, so you can still do realism art, but obviously photography did a very good job in taking out, like, doing a great job of what we wanted to get done there. What will AI art do? AI art will carve out its own place. I think what will really make art special is the ability for art from humans to contain mistakes. I don't think we want art to be perfect. I think we want to enjoy humans and the mistakes that we make in art. And the proportions that we get wrong actually create some of the charm in art. The things that we accentuate to show off things because of our imperfect brains and the way we actually perceive things. That's where art will have value. But in terms of art and beauty within art, of actual symmetrical beauty and things like this, AI will take that. But when you see art and you really want to connect with an artist and feel what they were feeling, when you want to feel what someone else is feeling and connect with that emotion through art, that needs to be something painted by a person, because you can't connect with another human being on that level if you're connecting with an AI instead. So it won't remove anything, but it will change how we think about things. I think it will be good for art, because art's probably getting a bit too broad, like visual art, probably, and painting, starting to get a wee bit broad, and it'll get pulled back into kilter once AI starts running rampant. In a good way, because AI is actually going to make art way more available to the rest of the world, and isn't that fantastic? Shouldn't all artists want more art to be available everywhere? Like, yeah, supply and demand, but at the same time, that sounds pretty cool. More art, happier world. So, bingo, the human aspect. Yeah, so human aspect's a big thing, because one thing about work like Van Gogh was that Van Gogh painted artwork, and I think it was something called mirror neurons. Correct me if I'm wrong here, if it's any psychologists say it, but mirror neurons, what happens is the same neurons that were firing when the artist was making the work fire when the viewer views the work. So there's this connection you have between the artist and the viewer. No airy-fairy connection, just the same neurons firing as you view it as fired when they made it. And that's quite special. But you can't have that in the same way if there wasn't a Homo sapien making it. And so it's nothing really awe-inspiring and game-changing. Like, no, I don't believe we look at a Van Gogh and we're suddenly just blown away by it. I believe we look at a Van Gogh and for this brief moment we feel what he felt in a small way, and that is why it's why painting will always be special, because I want to look at Van Gogh's work and I want to feel what Van Gogh felt and see the beauty that Van Gogh saw. Although an AI could produce a million other options in a million different ways, and it will, I'll still want to see what Van Gogh saw, and so I want to see his work. So yeah, human aspect. I love these reds, oranges and browns now. I'm sure they will help combat the pink and white areas. Yeah, so we're slowly going to keep building it out, guys. Layer on layer on layer. That's the plan. Yeah, and we're almost, how are we doing here on time-wise? 11:42. So we're slowly building this painting up. We will see where it takes us. Woo! Oh my lordy. Dun 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 dun. Boom. Let's try to use the colours that we have here. I might scoop up a bit more of these ones. There we go. Hello. Alright guys, we're not far off drawing to a conclusion of our funky little stream here. I reckon now we're talking. This is starting to look right. There we go. Hello. There we go. I feel she's an Indian girl in that pic. She looks a little like it, but no, she's not. She's... In fact, I don't know that. Rain, check me, because I don't have all the facts. So, can we put that one down to a maybe? Remember to go around those sides, guys. That's really important. Really important. G'day, Cobb. Welcome back. Stunning colour picks. Thank you so much. Thanks, baby girl. Here we go, Linda. Or same, Picasso gal. I wish Picasso gal. Picasso is an incredible gentleman. And one thing we have to remember about Picasso is that he went on a journey to create something new by himself. No one was there, no one had burnt the trail already. Yeah. Cubism, all that stuff. Picasso did. So, you gotta give Picasso props for that. Original culture woman. I don't understand the comment, but it's it is a female. Female with two boys. The boy's much smaller. Thanks, Solaris. Appreciate that. Slowly building, layering this fine one. Thanks, Adam. Appreciate that. Oh, Purple Sky. So the indigenous population of New Zealand is the Māori, and I think she is part Māori. I'm fairly confident on that, but yeah, I don't know about who her father is, but I do not know about any other lineage. It's almost midnight there, Seb. I guess an artist has to work when inspiration strikes. A little bit. Can I see why people think she's an Indian? She folds her dress like a sari. Oh yeah. Yeah, so we're just smashing this one up. So I wanted to get a coat on this one, so when I go and do the glazing, all of them are sort of ready at the same coat layers. So I can put liquid glass on all of them at once. That's what I want to do. See that? Going around the side of the end there, guys, doing my homework. You're still confident that COVID positive? Oh no. Don't understand Athena, but thank you. You're making me want to paint right now. Pookie, absolutely. You go for gold. Absolutely. There we go. Stand back and have a look at it, sorry guys. Yeah. So it's starting to come together. We're getting down our base colours. It's a little bit messy, but that's where we want it. It needs to be abstract when it starts. So it's actually going in exactly the right trajectory right now. You can sort of see the subject, but it's definitely abstract. We can always bring in the realism later, but we can't bring in the abstract later. When do you usually go to sleep, Anna? I vary. Chop and change. And thanks, guys. Appreciate that. Augustine, you're the best. Augustine. It is acrylic, so very good to be here in the studio at night, but at night, when the doors are closed, we need to make sure that we're using acrylic paint. That's a must, because oil paints are too fumey for inside. There we go. When did I start taking a real passion for art? Always sort of had it, and my mother really nurtured it, which was a real win for me. Where'd you buy my paint from? Where did you buy your paint, and what kind did you use, please? So I buy my paint from Warehouse Stationery in New Zealand. It's just a regular store. I buy the Acrylic paint. It's good enough quality. In this case here, we're actually using abstract innovative acrylic. And the reason we're using these is that we're on sale at a local art store. And I love to support local art stores when I can. And when did you start to gain a real passion for art? Oh, got that one. Do you usually paint people? Most of the time. I love doing landscapes and things, but most commissions are people, so that's why we end up doing that. And how are your clothes so clean? I keep them clean. That's the trick. Do you paint multiple versions of a painting until you get what you want out of it? Yes, I do. I really do. So sometimes I'll have 2 or 3 on the go, just to make sure we know what we're doing. I never thought of that. I used oils in the past. We'll remember to ventilate next time. Yes, always ventilate. Really big. Thanks, Philip. Appreciate that. Yeah, guys, if you want to see any finished works or, see me being an absolute idiot, it's all there on my TikTok. So on my TikTok is just a bunch of little videos of artworks. I try and make a few little commissions and have a little bit of fun. Yeah. So if you get bored of this live and want to go over there for a little quick fix, do it. And also in my bio, you'll find a link to my website. That's wholesome. I love to use live models. Purple Sky. That's the most fun. That's where the hammer meets the anvil. Live modeling. So it's when someone's in front of you, in whatever outfit or state, and you paint them. It's very, very wholesome. I think that'll become more relevant as AI really steps in there. Scenery, location, and subject matter will really change once AI leaps in and carves out its place in the painting world. But you'll also end up, and this is a really buzzy thought, guys, you will follow or have favourite robot artists. Why wouldn't you? Robot artists with certain styles that you fall in love with. And so instead of saying, I like Seb Gower, or I like Toss Williston, or I like Picasso, you'll say, I like robot, it'll have a nice name, like, Stacey Green or something, but it'll be, I like robot 24653. I really like the artwork from that particular robot. My trip to Europe, I went to Michael's Museum. That's cool, Philip. Cheers, mate. In Prague. That's cool. Yeah. And if you've got any questions or queries, or if you've got a commission that you'd like to consider, blah, blah, you can go on my website and do all that. And I would love to hear from you. Yeah. The website's in the bio. Instagram's in the bio. I will never like robot artists. Picky pie. You never know. Like, you're thinking about it like an evil robot artist that's taking away art from, or taking away what you love of art from it and things. But actually, it may not be. It may be something very wholesome that's it's very lovable, and yeah. A robot artist could actually not be producing endless art. It could be more like an NFT where it's actually, I don't know what I'm saying, but look, I think there'll definitely be a place that gets carved out for AI art. But don't think of AI art as one giant pool. It'll be AI artists, and some of the most successful ones will be robot-human crossovers. Is cringe. I'm sorry, Chris. Augustine, thanks so much. December. Well, I missed that little bit there. Keep tapping the screen, folks, if you love. Oh, thanks, Adam. You're the bomb. Yeah. But one day, it'll be interesting to see. It's sort of fun to actually have art movements. I mean, of course, art movements are always occurring, but quite a large one, like AI coming in there and carving out its place in art. It's a pretty big movement. And it'll be interesting in our lifetime to see how we adapt, what changes, how it changes, etc., etc. I'm excited. Even if it potentially puts me out of a job, I'm excited. I want to see it. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to cut this mouth in properly. There we go. Yeah, she's looking cool. She's looking cool. This is going well. That's how. Yeah, that's sort of. Yeah, it's all good. I've never seen you live before. Do you go live often? I do, Izzy. So I'm a big fan of going live. Northern Lights come to mind. That picture. Ooh, Northern Lights. Yeah, I sort of see that. It's the Mount Wanganui, but Northern Lights, big compliment. Big fan. Yes, I do go live often, like, fair enough. I do go live often. I try to go live maybe once or twice a day, but some days I skip, so it's probably averages once every, jeepers guys, you'll know better than I will, what is it? About once a day, once every 2 days? 2 times every 3 days. That's reasonable. She's starting to look more like a northern woman. Step by step. It's 3 kids, a girl and 2 boys on a beach. Yes, it is, Genta. It is indeed. The way I got the I don't know, I-C-K when she said Jeepers. I don't understand. Hello from Germany. Welcome. Oh, sorry you don't like it. Give it a few more layers. Let it build up over time. So sometimes these paintings take... This one here's going to take about 4 layers before it really starts taking form. And even after it does take form, guys, if you're a painter, and you're trying to express emotion and share yourself, not everyone's going to like it. So if you don't like it now, you may not like it at the end either. And that's okay. I'm glad we live in a world where we all have different opinions. Keeps the place interesting. How many kids do you want, Sid? I want a whole army. I want a whole army. Give me 7. 7. 7, but I'd settle for 3. But you know what? Life gets in the way, you know? That's what I reckon. That's too many. Yeah, for you maybe. You asked me what I wanted. It's like saying, what sort of lollies do you like? Oh, I like sour worms. Oh, they're too sour. It's like, well, why'd you ask what I like then? Thanks, Izzy. Let me see here. Dun, 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 dun. Well, some have many, some at all. I have 2 kids. That's cool, Purple Sky. Congratulations. It's a good number. It's a good number. My mate's got 7 kids. Lucky mate. Good number. What are you painting? Did I study art? I did study art, and I'm painting 3 children at the moment, but we're doing it quite abstract, so we're going from abstraction to realism, so we're starting off with abstract and building up slowly. Janice, thank you so much for a marvellous confetti. You're the bomb. And I've got 0 kids in my zodiac sign, 12th of January. I think that puts me into... What does that put me into? Capricorn. Where are we at? Team, you can see the 3 of them now. Yep, they should start coming out a little bit, but they've still got a long way to go. Long way to go, team. Long way to go. This kid's crack up. It was like a little, it's a happy little tacker, but it's funny looking. Like in a wholesome way. There we go. Let's see it from your angle, guys. What are we looking at? Yeah, it should slowly start to take shape, guys. G'day, Felicia. Welcome back to the stream. Been a while since I've seen you, actually. Good to see you back. Yes, it will start slowly taking shape. It'll take time. These things take time. And Lucy's here too. Lucy, I was just moaning before that you hadn't been in for a while. I swear I'll stop complaining about that. I swear. Good to see you both, Lucy and Felicia. So we've had pretty much all the OG people through. Everyone except Justin has been through now, I think. We had MJ, we had Dino, we've got Lucy, we've got Felicia. I think we've had everyone. I saw you did that, man, in Beach. You have your own thing. Yep. Yes, indeed. Haha. I'm at work at the moment, seeking a quick hello. Lucy, I appreciate that. Thank you very much for popping by. That's very much appreciated. So if you disappear suddenly, I won't talk smack about you where you're going, promise. You go do you. Do a quick roll call. Oh, Kayla, yes. So, roll call of the OGs. MJ, Kayla, Justin, Felicia, Lucy, Dancing Dino, Johnny, who am I forgetting? Pretty good list there. Pretty good list. I've definitely forgotten a few. It's getting late, so I'm forgetting a few people, but on the whole, we got some cool OGs. We have some very cool OGs. Where do you get inspirations? All over the show. So first off, I get inspiration, it's going to sound cheesy, but from you guys. So one of the big things that helps with painting is having people around you. And whether it be people who are supporting you, teaching you, or working alongside you, it really helps with painting. Painting's a lonely endeavour, and it's much more fun to do it together. Think about with sports or books, or think about anything that you've gone far in. Even people go to the gym. Very few people do it by themselves. They have gym buddies, they have sports teams, they have this, they have that. With painting, if you can get people around you in any capacity, it'll really support you in pursuing your craft. And so for me, you guys, big inspiration for me. Artist-wise, we'll be looking at Van Gogh. Thanks for the paper crane. Thanks, Felicia. So you guys, massive inspiration for me. Van Gogh, Picasso, in terms of artists, fantastic inspiration. I love Van Gogh the most. And then in terms of life, I really enjoy making, doing a craft that I can do and then giving it to people in a way that actually I can see that they're getting fulfillment from it. That's if you've got a craft, like there we go, see singing there? That's true, I like singing, that's my hobby, perfect. The feeling you get when you're singing and people loving your singing and you're improving their lives for it, even if it's just in that small moment, that's why you do your craft. That's why it's special. That's the inspiration. Of course you can, Squad Blogs. Jump on my website, it's in my bio, or on Instagram, and send me a message and we can go from there. I would love to hear from you. And anyone else, you're also welcome to leap on their website and Instagram and all the rest of it. You'll find some mildly funny and fun TikTok videos. I'm still learning how to be cool, guys, so go easy on my TikTok. I think it's good. I like it. How long has your art been my career? On and off about, it's been slowly becoming more of my career for the last, since the first COVID lockdown. So, what's that? I've done it sporadically over the years, but when you say career, you sort of mean full time. So, you'd be looking more around the first lockdown of COVID in New Zealand. But in terms of doing art, all through my life. All through my life. Thanks, John. It's actually it's the pleasure's mine to be able to share it with you, to be honest. Yeah, it's pretty special. Special to have a craft that you can share as well. Like, and before live streaming was a thing, you couldn't really share painting that easily. Like, yeah, you sort of need to be here connecting. Sorry, just having to scroll up there, see if I missed anyone's thing. I am painting from a picture, so I've got a picture down here of the three kids, but because we're trying to get it quite abstract to start with, it was pretty wild. Oh, we got a naughty mosquito in the room. You little cheeky monkey. I'm gonna be gutted if I get stung by a mosquito, guys. I would be gutted if I got stung by a mosquito. In the office at this time of night, I'd be like, what? This little fella's cheeks, he's so happy. Why don't you paint at home? I mean, wouldn't it be better to have a home studio? It would probably be better. I like getting out of the house, guys. You can get cabin fever if you're always in the house. So you'll find that I don't have kids. If I did have kids, I would definitely be in the house. Yeah, mosquitoes do love me. I try and have bananas and Marmite and all sorts to try and put them off me. But, yeah, they're trouble. So we'll definitely do it there, but it's good to get out of the house because it actually elects you to do your craft. I also like going other places other than the studio because very quickly does your studio start to feel like an extension of home, which is good and bad, and to be able to get out of the studio as well. The weather's nice, go paint outside. Yeah, and you'll find that people will stop by and enjoy watching you paint, etc., which is fantastic because you could bring something to their day by sharing your craft with them. So, big advocate for that. Good eves, Seb. What's your thought process like the way you start painting? I usually just cry. Okay, so great observation, and yeah, good point. Starting a painting is really tough. So, if you're battling with starting a painting, my way is the easiest to start a painting. Don't put down any guidelines. Don't do anything to sort it out. All you want to do... No, it's not. It's perfect. My belt's perfect. Just literally start the painting and let it be out of proportion because it wants to go from being crazy, abstract, in the wrong place to slowly come into realism. If you try and start with realism, you'll strangle the process and you won't enjoy it. If you start abstract, you'll get colour down fast and you'll enjoy what you're doing. So then later on, you can pull it into proportion. Don't be afraid to move arms, to change colours, to move things around wherever you need them. But if you started off being really careful where you put every stroke, what's going to happen later on in the piece is you're not going to want to paint over it, so you won't be able to correct yourself. So be more fun and free when you start, and expect yourself to correct yourself. It's okay to put things in the wrong place. You're painting. Especially if you don't put in any guidelines, you'll expect to have things in the wrong place. And that's okay. That's okay. Here we go. Now we're talking. This might be the one we take to a park with us later on tomorrow too, guys. We'll see how we get on. Which might be pretty fun. Yeah. That's looking good. Thanks for the advice. You are welcome, Purple Sky, and hello from Wellington. I'm struggling with that. IG people appreciate realism more than all time. No, so don't get confused by that. People don't want to see. I think the easiest thing to post on Instagram is the final product, but don't think that's all you can post. The process is the best part. And I was actually watching a lady tomorrow morning. I don't know. We'll see how we get on. So, sorry, I can't be more specific. Maybe like 10. So I follow a couple of artists on Instagram, and one of her most popular reels and stories and images was just her in her studio, and she was saying, hey guys, I'm in a massive block right now. I'm unable to paint, and here's my solutions and techniques to get through it. Here's what I'm going to try and do to get back in the mood of art. And everyone's like, wow, that's really wholesome. Not everyone wants to see a finished product always, one after the other. Look at all my amazing art. Sometimes people actually want to go, what are the real life things you're going through? How are you creating your art? What struggles, trials, tribulations, and fun are you having while you're doing it? Because I don't think we just want to see pretty picture after pretty picture. Otherwise, if you want to see that, AIs are what you're after. But if you want to see a human actually go through a process, make mistakes, have fun, have joy, have laughter, that's what you want to show. Yeah. So, yeah, I hope that helps. A little long-winded, strange answer, but I think it ticked the box. Why are my art pieces so colourful? Because I love colour. Hetty, I've only just seen your name, but sweet as. Good to see you in the stream, and yeah, look forward to it. I'm watching your process. I live by watching you. That's good, Cobb. That's why I'm here. So if I can give you a little bit of inspiration, a little bit of happiness, or a little tip here and there, then I'm doing all the right things. I'm proud to be a part of that with you. I'm so anxious to show work in progress because the keyboard warriors do not worry about the keyboard warriors. Even when the work's finished, even when the work's finished, they're still going to be there and not like your stuff. If you do work like I do work, when it's finished, half the people won't actually like it, and it's okay to be polarizing. I think there's a saying, it's better to be one person's shot of whiskey than everyone's cup of tea. Don't be everyone's cup of tea. It's not fun. I'm from New Zealand. So we're from New Zealand, and this is Auckland. But it's a great shield, in a bad way, to say, hey, it's still in the making, but here's this. Because then people who want to support you but don't really like it can be like, oh, I can't wait to see when it's finished. So what's cool about that is, yeah, because not everyone wants to put down your art. Some people just want to support you. And some people are just really stoked that you're enjoying yourself. If you've got a friend who does an odd topic like sailing or rock climbing or golf or one of these sort of things, and they're trying to tell you about it, or they're really excited about it, when you see them do a good job, you've got no idea what's happening. And you're like, hey, I'm really excited for you. I'm glad you're having fun. If you weren't having fun, I'd ask you why you're doing it. And so probably if your friends are wondering why you're doing art, it's probably because you're not having fun while you're doing it. If you look like you're having fun when you're doing it, I think your close friends and loved ones would never question why you're doing it. They'd know why. The fulfillment and love and fun you're getting from it is the reason why you're there. Sorry for pointing so much, but I think I made the point. You said earlier you glaze between the layers. So I like to paint on a flat surface. Once the paint gets on too thick, it gets textured. I don't like to not do texture. I love texture, but the liquid glass flattens it, so I can then paint again on a flat surface. But you can still see the texture. So that's what we're up to there. Music and art, many things are the same. Yeah. Yes. So, the arts. Have you ever done any more? No, I have not. Why are you painting at midnight? Because we are. We'll do another 11 minutes, guys. 12:30, then I'm calling it a day. So 12:30, so give me another 11 minutes. 11 minutes. We'll just run this paint out. We'll chuck in a bit more pink. Dab this around the place. I'm going to be really naughty too, guys, because it's late and it's just acrylic paint. I'm going to leave all the paint brushes here in the studio. Come in early tomorrow and I will wash them then. How naughty. But since it's acrylic, it's all going to come out really nicely. Okay, last few strokes, we're going to put them on really wild. Yeah, it's real fun with these last few strokes. Why not? Why not? Why not? Make sure if you are going wild with strokes, guys, that you are going wild with strokes, you actually believe where you're putting the paint. Don't just slap it on because you want to put on wild strokes. Believe in where you're putting it. That's a big thing. Hi from the Philippines. It's 15 at day now. All right. From Finland, 15 a day. So that's at 2 p.m. Wild. That's pretty exciting. For your whole day ahead of you. I am so excited for you. I swear I just went to bed and you were painting on a beach and now I'm up and you're still... Yeah, sort of. Sort of. It's sort of true. So I'm in the studio now, but we're on the last 11 minutes. So I'm just finishing off the remainder of the paint tray. And then your boy is going to bed. Ba-boom. Ba-boom. Doom, doom. I didn't say it. Seb did. What did I say? I'm sorry, guys. Didn't mean to be rude if I was. My apologies. I do animation in my free time, but it's most impossible to find ideas. How do you get new ideas? So, clear your head. Eat healthy food. Go for a walk. Sit still. Meditate's a buzzword. I won't say meditate, but sit still for 15 minutes. Don't do anything. Think about whatever you want. Whatever you want. But try and sit still for 15 minutes a day. If you don't have time, wake up a little bit earlier. You say, that's rich. But it doesn't matter if you're half tired. Don't put the onus of meditation on it. Just 15 minutes. And sometimes it's not because you've got a lack of ideas, it's you've got too many ideas and you can't settle on one. So if you teach your mind how to be silent, when an idea comes, you'll be able to grab it easier. That's how I feel. This is my first time on your live and I've really enjoyed it. Izzy, you're such a pleasure to have here. I've enjoyed having you. Where did you buy your paints from? Wherever I can get them from. Local art stores are a great thing to support, guys. Otherwise, Warehouse Stationery does all right paint. Atlia, I try and avoid student acrylic if you can, because it's very, very... You're better to get Atlia paint and then dilute it rather than buy student acrylic, because it's just too thin. It's just too thin. Too hard. If the word meditation really hangs me up, yeah, I don't like the word meditation. Sit there and think about whatever you want. Just don't pick up your phone or move for 15 minutes. You can have your eyes open, you can look at things in the room, you can do whatever. Just pretend you're like a child in a classroom that's been given time out and behave exactly like that. And then once the 15 minutes is up, and it's amazing. You'll, yeah. Like, I opened one this morning. God, I battled. I wanted to pick up my phone so badly. And I actually did. I broke, and I had like a minute and a half to go. But, you know, sit there and try and take that time out. Thank you, Amelia. I really appreciate that. Where do you buy? Oh, you got that one there. And I plan my breaks at work around what I think you'll be on. That's clever. Yeah, so as I get more control over my life, guys, at the moment things are a little bit up in the air with coming up to Christmas and whatnot, but I would love to get a schedule for you guys. The only reason why I haven't engaged one yet is I don't want to disappoint you guys by letting you down in terms of saying I'm going to be there at the time and then not being there. I don't want to do that to you guys. So at the moment I'm coming on when I can, sharing with you guys when I can, but expect in the future we will have a schedule, and so I'll have like a couple of times when I'll definitely be on, and then we'll have like spot prize times where I'll just randomly show up, which will be pretty fun. Love the colours. Thanks, mate. Your internet. Yeah, I think the internet's good now. Is it good? I hope so. Should be good. Where do you buy your pants you're wearing right now? I got them from an op shop for $8 in Chicago. So, is that. And like I was saying, guys, expect, especially in these layers here, I love to start paintings with you guys. I really love it because you guys get to see what an art piece looks like as a blank canvas to becoming art. Do you select colours or decline? I select all the colours. I'm happy to hear feedback so I can actually use their colours I'd like to see more. Sometimes people want me to focus more on pinks and light blues, sometimes people want the primaries, all these different things. Not comfy casual. Nah, dress like you're ready to go. That's important. You want to be dressing like you're ready to go. And that means I dress the part, means I control my paint better. That's how I do it. It's what I like to do. You don't have to copy me, it's my style. I'd love for you to copy me, but you don't. Not every artist does it. It's all good. This makes me want to try acrylics. Try them, have some fun. Just remember, I talked about it here. Make sure you're focusing on having fun. Don't get caught up on thinking, oh, I want this hand to look like a hand. Never mind the hand. Mind your hand. Is your hand having fun? Are you having fun? Because there's no point that hand looking like a hand if you didn't have fun making the hand. But that's just my feedback, trying to give you a hand. Hey, Kessa. Thanks, guys. Yeah. So that's what I reckon. Handception. See this kid here? We're literally moving him 2 inches across to the left. He's in the wrong spot, so we're doing some movements there, which is fine. If you're Neurodivergent, which means your dress tells your brain what it's doing. Yes, if that's the case, you absolutely should. Because you're having fun is what I do, actually. That's good. That's good. Go for a walk every now and again. Try and eat healthy. What else do I do? Oh. Yeah. Go for a walk. My partner's currently trying to rehabilitate her shoulder, and so we do some shoulder exercises. We used to do sit-ups and push-ups together, but now she can't do the push-ups. So we do other things. Like, she has a lot of like band exercises where you hold the band. But yeah. Well, she's a real action lady, so it's less fun for her to do those more boring exercises. But look, that's what rehabilitation's all about, so deal with it. You're beginning to see more, yeah, slowly coming out in it. Your lives are always educational. I appreciate that, Misa. Anything I can share with you to make your life a little bit better, I am happy to do so. Open book. Thanks, guys. And an art shop and oh, not an art shop, a second-hand shop. So close. Yeah, I hope so, because having shoulder pains is no fun. My father went through a few shoulder operations and things, and he found it, yeah, he's a tough guy, but it was a tough thing, you know, because you want to do things, and your shoulder's such an important, pivotal joint, you know. Anyway. Just send you a message on Instagram. Can you please check it? Of course I will. Not right now, Squad Blogs, but definitely after the live, I'll jump on Instagram and get back to people. And if you've sent messages on Wix on the website, I'll check those as well. If you haven't yet, you can get that in the bio for commissions. Shipping can be pretty costly, but if you're in New Zealand, it's very easy. And we have options that we can do if you want to avoid shipping costs to the US, Europe and the UK and things. We can figure something out. It's 12:30. It is actually. Is that our time up? It is our time up. That is us. So, keeping brushes fresh. I'm going to put them all on my little paint tray here. Alright, you missed that whole process, but I will show you what just happened. So, down here, toolboxes. So these two toolboxes are where I keep all my paints. This one here is my travelling one. So if you're with us at the live stream this morning, this one here, paintbrushes, paints, I've got a water bottle here. Always bring a water bottle with you. I can't preach that enough, it's really important. And then we have our images in here as well that we use as our painting subjects. And I also keep some gesso in here as well. Other things that should be in here, I should have some gloss medium and things like that. So that's quite important. So this toolbox is brilliant. It cost me $30 from Bunnings Warehouse, and honestly, guys, I've got you guys to thank for this because I bought this with the tips that come through from the stream, which is fantastic. So this box is completely thanks to you guys. So thank you so much. Yeah. Over the moon about that. Anyway, over here we have the Tool Pros. This is my bigger box. This one stays in the studio, and this one contains all my paints, a ton of oils, a ton of old tubes, and then down the bottom of it, I love this part, I've got all my stuff that I keep for if I've got kids in the studio or if I've got nieces or nephews or young children who want to paint. So I've got all my old tubes, my spare tubes, a full colour range of paint that I can give the kids so I'm not going through my expensive paint. They can still be a part of things with me. So sometimes people want to join you, which is fantastic, but it can be costly. So I have this special drawer here with all my leftovers, and people give me paint tubes that I don't really need. It goes in here, and yeah. The niece, nephew, young child babysitter drawer, that's that one. And I like to keep it topped up. And don't put oils in there, never oils, just acrylics, please. Yeah, sometimes an oil gets in there and that's a disaster. And then we've got, this is my gouache drawer. I did gouaches for a while. I haven't done it for a while, but yes, I was doing gouache. And then brushes, so all my brushes are here. I love them out flat like this, I can see them all. I don't buy really expensive brushes, so when kids are grabbing from this drawer, they can grab any brush. So any brush is free for game, they can have a go at whatever they want. With my stuff to clean tomorrow, it's all locked in my little cake container here. So this is a cake container from any store, and all you want to do is, yeah, I love this because if I go anywhere with a car, like this morning to the beach, I can put my used stuff in here, my paint brushes, clip it shut, and then if the car gets banged around, I'm not going to make a mess of everything. So that's what that's for. And then that's the whole little studio. That's the space. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Oakley. This is my go-to. All right. Yes. Oh, the shirt's Oakley, by the way. Yeah. So, did I miss anything there? No, it's all good, I think. Were you classically trained or did you develop your current style? I was classically trained, but I kept falling back on the style. So this is what I love. I love lots of colour. I love a brush, pretending it's a brush. I love putting paint on a canvas in a way that someone else could look at it and sort of feel what I was feeling when I made it. Because like I was saying, I feel like that's where art made by a human can really thrive and be special. So, how long does it take? 7 to 15 hours. That's our first 2 hours on this one. We'll put an epoxy layer over the top, do another about 2 or 3 coats, see how we go. I've enjoyed spending this hour with you immensely. All right, Adam, have fun at work. It's been great having you here. And thank you so much. Never considered fitness videos, but thank you very much. It's a huge compliment. This is my first stream. It was so nice. Thanks, Hazel. Appreciate you guys. See you tomorrow. Look forward to it. Definitely, Izzy. Are you living in New Zealand, or is just a trip sort of thing? I live in New Zealand, so I live in Auckland. Auckland's an amazing place. It's a big city. First city you fly into if you visit New Zealand, so that's a real treat. I've said it once. I'll say it again, guys. It is an absolute privilege to be here with you and painting with you. You know this, I tell you this the whole time, but art is a lonely profession, and to be able to share it with you guys and do this with you is a really special thing, because not only do I get your company while I'm painting, but I get to share it with you guys, which I really hope that you get something out of, and we can share that together. Yeah. Anyway, it's 12:30. I've got to get home, and because I'm making breakfast tomorrow morning. That's my plan. Anyway, you're all the best. Wherever you are in the world, have a great day or a good night, and I will see you next time. All the best, guys. Catch ya. If I can figure out how to, there we go. I got it.